Now, moving on to the admin bar, uh, these aren't quite so self-explanatory. In some themes, we were encountering an issue where this bar would or would not show up. We wanted it visible all the time, so we made a setting which is on by default to display this admin bar, because this is where the login link is when you're not logged in, and all the information for the game appears for the players and the admin. The user redirect, this allows the players to be redirected to the home page rather than the back end, which is the default WordPress behavior, so that when students log in, they're not thrown into this end with, they don't have all these choices. They just have a couple minimal options that don't do much at all other than direct them to their profile. And we have that accessible right here. So these two are on by default, and we strongly urge you to leave those on, but with choice as our driving force behind us, we leave these as options. Now the add switch, if you click this, and once you do, we have, will everything show up or just minutes? And we probably should add all the options, because if I leave this as is and save our options, watch up here in the admin bar, in the WordPress bar, whatever that's called. Okay, now we have add, and you roll over it. Notice that players, now this is not just for admins, this is players have the option to click and add experience, gold, honor, damage, and it's tracked on their stats page. There's evidence there. Some teachers want all this turned on. Having looked at this, I think we'll set up an option where you can select whatever you want. But for us in the MacLab, the way we use it is we do minutes only. Save this, and students who work extra time in the MacLab can go ahead and add how many minutes, and for what reason. Whoops, say 60, and it remembers. If the cursor falls off, your information doesn't go away. There has to be a reason, and we'll just say something like after school, and then click the add button, and you see 60 minutes pops up here, and if you roll over this, we have 60 minutes have now been added. And in my classroom, currency, minutes, honor, gold are interchangeable, so that there are different ways for students to accumulate loot, different strategies they can use in the classroom, and choice isn't just a driving force behind providing teachers choice, but providing students choice. We want a student-centered, self-directed, self-paced classroom where kids get to make authentic choices, shaping their own education. And of course, we're going to rig the system to make sure that they choose to learn some of our fundamentals, the things we have to hit. You know what I'm talking about. We'll talk more about that as we go through all these tools. But the admin bar is one of those things you may or may not want to mess with. As I said, we have minutes here, and we'll add those other options. That needs to happen. So there you go. You learn something new every day. Coming soon to an update near you.